Those of you watching this are probably doing so either during your workday or afterward. Business doesn't stop. Believe us, we do understand that. But we could all use a bit more space and peace of mind when conducting it. So let's take today's topic to some more quiet, serene locations. That's better. But don't worry, this little trip will still be focused on the financial markets. We couldn't lose that focus if we tried. In early 2020, regulators announced that LIBOR UK FCA, Financial Conduct Authority, would no longer compel member banks to contribute after 2021. And here we are, at the start of 2022, and the LIBOR transition is in full effect. That looming 2023 deadline presents many challenges with an abundance of industry and regulatory changes coming into effect this year. The LIBOR transition refers to two main actions. 1. The discontinuation of all LIBOR references in financial contracts. And 2. The preparations to be made and carried out by financial institutions. A report from the Congressional Research Service states, financial firms using LIBOR face legal, operational, credit, regulatory, and reputational risk. In addition, the LIBOR transition may pose systemic risk, the risk that a disorderly transition could cause widespread financial instability. While non-USD legacy contracts have shown the most progress in terms of transitioning, it is the USD LIBOR transitions and legacy contract switching that poses the largest challenge in 2022. But how do we, as financial institutions, effectively manage the transition in 2022? There are several key factors that all institutions should keep in mind. Alternative reference rates. With the discontinuation of LIBOR, financial institutions must determine which new benchmark interest rate they will employ for any new contracts. This marks a major transition towards risk-free rates, such as SOFR for USD and ESTR for EUR. Public-private collaboration. One of the biggest inhibitors to a smooth transition across most international financial industries is a clear line of collaboration between the public and private sectors. Without this collaboration, ensuring that all legacy contracts are dealt with appropriately and within a timely manner becomes a much larger and more difficult task. Synthetic LIBOR rates. Synthetic LIBOR rates give institutions a greater amount of time to deal with more complex legacy contracts, especially with synthetic LIBOR still being permitted under new regulation. However, these approaches need to be finalized as soon as possible, as movement away from reliance on synthetic LIBOR is encouraged. Institutions need to prioritize getting their legacy contracts updated and interest rate references exchanged as soon as possible. Sometimes that first step can be the hardest, but CPQI is here to assist you in your journey to compliance by entirely managing the transition process for you with our LIBOR Transition Managed Services. If it's not possible to digitally automate your LIBOR transition, we can provide skilled LIBOR experts at exceptional rates to help move over your loans into new interest rates. It's a win-win with CPQI. Oh, and one last thing. To those watching this, we'd like to remind you to take some time for yourself today. Love yourself, spend time with your family, and do something you enjoy. It'll help make tomorrow that much better.